Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, your source for Ford news, update, and information, including your Bronco and Bronco Sport information on a Wednesday for our Built Wild Wednesday. And I'm really excited to bring back to you some fun that we had this last weekend at Bronco Off-Roadeo. So you know that you've probably followed the channel. You know I'm a big fan of Bronco Off-Roadeo and what it does for you as a driver of Broncos and Bronco Sports. And I think everyone needs to make sure they go to that if they purchase a Bronco. So we're going to talk a little bit about the experience that we had this week at Bronco Off-Roadeo with one of our YouTube members and the winner of the giveaway that we had of the half-day experience for Bronco Off-Roadeo. And we got a chance to go and kind of document some of that. And I'm kind of brought back. I've talked about Bronco Off-Roadeo a lot. I wanted this to be a little bit different. And I think you're going to enjoy this video. So make sure you're subscribed with that bell notification turned on so you don't miss any of these videos. And make sure you hit that like button because I think you're going to like this content today if you have a Bronco or Bronco Sport. So we're going to get into this and talk a little bit about what Bronco Off-Roadeo is for those that haven't watched any of the other videos that I've done, and the different experiences that you can purchase or you get depending on your situation and why you would maybe purchase this half-day experience that we got to experience this last week. So first of all, we're going to pull this up, broncooffroadeo.com. I don't know if you can't see the URL on there on that screen, though, is Bronco Off-Roadeo, ROADEO.com. And you're going to see the website here. There are several locations and several different driving experiences. So I want to scroll down so you can see that. So whether you have a Bronco owner experience, so they have a full day owner experience. So if you purchase a Bronco, then you can get an experience at 5 different locations. And we'll go into the locations in just a little bit of where they all are. If you get a Bronco Sport owner, also gets a full day at the different, there's 2 locations available for the Bronco Sport, and Tennessee being one of those. Texas is not anymore. And I can't remember what the other location is. Anyway, we'll get into that in just a little bit. Also, Bronco Raptor. So if you purchase a Bronco Raptor, you have a very dedicated experience as well at the Bronco Off-Roadeo Nevada location, which is really special. And that is also a full day experience. And haven't got a chance to do that myself, but you actually kind of take your the Bronco Raptors, and you go off this. Now, they provide their own vehicles on all these, insurance and all that. They're going to provide their own vehicles with the capabilities that they need for that. You don't drive your own Bronco. So if you're concerned about that, you don't have to worry about that. Now, there's also this Bronco half-day experience that is open to everyone, owners or not. So it's a half-day experience. And here's what's great about this, and this is what we participated in, is the half-day experience, is that, if you're in a situation where, let's say you didn't purchase a Bronco, or maybe you did purchase a Bronco, but you've already done a full day experience, but you want to do it again and you want to learn more. Maybe you want to go to a different location, right? That kind of thing. Also, think about this. If you purchase a used Bronco or Bronco Sport, and you want to be able to, and you don't get that because it's with the purchase of a new one. If somebody, and for one, you need to know that if you do purchase a used Bronco, see if the VIN hasn't been used, because if the owner of that traded that in and didn't use their off-roadeo experience, then that VIN is available to be able to use. But if it has been used already, then this is a great opportunity if you have a used vehicle. And that happened to some people in our group that actually experienced this, in that they had purchased a used one, a Wild Track, and they wanted to know the capabilities of it and how well it would handle. And they kind of talked about, we're going to talk about the setup and everything. Also, if maybe you're out there and you don't have a Bronco, haven't decided if Bronco is for you, and you want to see the capabilities of the Bronco, do a Bronco half-day adventure, and you can see what the technology and the capabilities of the Bronco are, and even help your experiences with off-roading as well with this. So that's really great. So we had all 3 different types. We had a Bronco owner that's done a full day. We had some used, somebody had a used Bronco, and we had, of course, somebody that didn't own a Bronco that did this. So it was really cool seeing this in all different 3 people and how they went through this. Now, the locations for these is, we went to Texas. Let's see, where are the locations down here? Here we go. There is Moab is available. It says Bronco and Bronco Sport, and they have the half-day experience as well available. New Hampshire has the Bronco and the half-day experience in the Bronco. Then you do have Nevada, which is Bronco Raptor, and the half day experience for the Bronco, not the Bronco Raptor. And then you have the Nevada Raptor experience is specific to Raptor. And then you have Tennessee that has Bronco and Bronco Sport. They do not have the half day, it looks like, set up at Tennessee. And then you have in Texas the Bronco and the half day adventure with the Bronco. So those are the locations and what experiences you can have there. So of course, go to the website, you can learn a little bit more about that. But I really loved that. Now we did go to we did this half day experience with Chris and John, who won the half day experience that we have for the off-roadeo, and so they got a chance to do this, and we got a chance to Ford let us come along to document and to film this, and they thought it'd be great for us to share with our viewers. Now we did go to the Texas location. That was where Chris wanted to go, and it's a great location. I'd been there back in 2021 when they first launched it. Texas was the very first location that they had this at. So the facility is on the Gray Wolf Ranch. And it is a great facility. I don't remember the amount of space and land they have there, but trails all over the place. The buildings they built for this are just incredible. They have a nice building where they have their merch. They also have some information on the heritage of the Bronco and where it came from and where it's gone, all in this facility. And then, of course, the terrain is just a little mixture of everything. You get some rocks, loose rocks, some rock surfaces. You have some in through the trees. We got a little bit of mud. We went down through the creek a little bit, but all locations have a little bit different terrain. No matter if you're in New Hampshire or if you're in Nevada, right, or Moab, all of them have a little different terrain. So try to go to one that will fit your terrain. Also, I noticed some of the instructors are different because I've gone to several different ones. I've done my full day one at Moab and then this half day experience as well here in Texas. And the staff kind of emphasize different things. And we did have a couple different great staff members that helped us, and that's Hammer and Ace. For those of you who don't know, that's their names out on the trail, but it is Mike Clouds and Amy Clouds. Amy was our instructor. You're going to see, we're going to show you some clips in a little bit. And she's the one that instructed us and helped us out on the trail and everything. So most locations will have an I think it's ORX course where they can teach you the off-road techniques and the terminology of your approach angles, your departure angle, your breakover angles, your tilt and your pitch and everything. And they teach you all this on this course. Now, we didn't, as a half day, we want to get us out on the trail, so we didn't learn too much. We did make sure that everybody knows about your approach angles, departure angles, and that kind of stuff. And then we learned a lot on the trail as well, getting out, stopping, and looking at the trail and everything. Also learning the technology of the Bronco through going through this course of what the sway bar disconnect does for your vehicle if you have a Badlands. Learning what that front and rear lockers, what they're going to do and how they're going to work to help you get traction in different situations and such like that. And but mostly what we did after that, we did a little introduction with everybody. So the instructor, we learned a little bit about the instructor and their experience, how they got into what they're doing, and what the off-road experience was. Also asking us as the drivers what we're driving. If we're driving a Bronco, what trim level it is. What do we have, a front rear locker? What do we have? Knowing that, like for us, that we have a Big Ben with just a rear locker. She said, okay, today we're going to try to go through this, and we're not going to use that front locker because you don't have it. You won't have it in your Bronco to use. So we're going to teach you the techniques and such like that, so that you can get through these things with your Bronco as well. And then we had Chris that came along. He's got a Badlands, so he's got a front and rear locker, and he's got a sway bar disconnect, and letting them know what they're doing. Now, the people that came to have a used Bronco, they came along and they have a wild track of their own. So they have the front rear locker, but no sway bar disconnect. So they also want to know, hey, what are you wanting to get out of this course? Because what is it that you're wanting to do? And they do a lot of hiking and camping, and they want to get further on the trail without having to hike so much, so they can get up there further. They're seeing these vehicles pass them when they're hiking on trails. They want to get further up on the trails with their Bronco, and so that's what they want to learn, how to be able to do that. So it's really good. And then we had an owner of another brand that wanted to come and drive the Broncos to see their capabilities and such like that, which is really great as well. So we had a lot of fun doing that and learning everybody's experience levels. Now, what I want to do, a little bit different than I normally do, I usually talk through these videos, but I want to play some clips from the Bronco Off-Roadeo and the different things that we kind of learned and what each of these clips are teaching the drivers in the different situations. And this first one is where we find, I can't remember what I called it, roller coaster hill, and where you're just coming along and you're kind of learning that if you need to go down a hill and you're not going straight on, you're coming at an angle, what you need to do in that situation. And so she instructed in this situation, of course, Chris was in a two-door Badlands on his about the tilt and using that manual transmission, putting in a manual one to be able to control the speed coming down and be able to control, going down that hill. So check this clip out, and you'll kind of get a little bit of her instruction in here and be able to see Chris's response and how he handled this situation.
Good job, good job. Feet flat, keep coming. All the way, all the way. Keep your feet flat. Engine braking, that forward low holding you back. Nicely done. Good job, good job. You can shift into drive, and you can pull forward just a little.
So you can see that was that's a really cool on how to be able to see that. And like I said, when he told them to put the feet flat on the floor, they meant take your foot off the brake, off the gas, just let the vehicle drive itself down the hill. And that's pretty much what manual one will do for you in those situations. So, all right, this next clip I want to share with you is learning to keep your momentum on the trail. And in this situation, she I actually going to show you. I think this clip is from Barbara. Actually, learning how to keep your momentum through the trail and how to see your trail and also follow your spotter in this situation and guide them and trust them in this and where to go and the different settings there. So go ahead and check out this clip.
More and more exposed. The key here is maintain momentum. Hear that Bronco car. So you don't have to get those RPMs up to 2,000 or anything. Just keep it nice and steady. Just enough movement in those tires to let that tread grab. Once we get here, if we need to use a locker, we'll work through it at that time. But just remember, hold your steering steady. A little longer than what you think you need to. Just we've got you as your spotters. Coming on through, coming forward. Yep, keep on. Yep, coming forward. So you'll see that big rock right there on your driver's side. We're aiming our driver rear tire. Go passenger, passenger. Good. We're aiming our driver rear tire to get in the middle of that as we go to make this turn. Very nice. All the way, all the way, all the way, driver, all the way, all the way. Keep it moving, keep it moving. Hear the sound. Keep that steady sound. Keep it steady. There you go. Keep it driver. Beautiful, beautiful. Keep it driver. Nice. Nice crawling. Yes, ma'am. Feel a little shift. Keep it driver. Passenger. Just a little. Just a little. All right. That way we're not cross-axle in a rut. All the way passenger. All the way. Good job. Good job.
All right, so the second half I want to kind of show you is also of Barbara going up this hill here, and this is the second part of what you just watched. And this is learning how to not only keep your momentum, but learning the techniques over technology. So learning that left foot braking and how that left foot braking can help you get the traction you need without having to use that rear locker. So I don't think she used the rear locker coming up this section. And she was able to use left foot braking to control her speed and get the traction she needed to in certain situation when she started to slip and just turn her wheel. So check this clip out, and she did a great job on this.
Driver. Beautiful. So as you start moving forward, this is where you can add a little bit more aggressive left foot braking, or you can use that front locker to get through this section and then turn it off and continue on down. Okay. I like how she's doing left foot braking. Yes. Look, it's like magic! Passenger. We're going to straddle these ruts, but preparing for that rock right in the middle. Lots of scrape marks. We're very intentional with driver side tires on it. And as we're going out, rock cluster and trees. Don't try to avoid that rock cluster too much, or if there's a little tip, it can push you into that tree. So just maintain that momentum. A little passenger, just a smidge. Little passenger. Beautiful. Hold that line. Looking good. All right, hold there. Got into some loose terrain. Again, here is where we can either turn our steering and shift it, add a front locker, just to get going again, and while moving, disengaging it. So that would be your second with the rear. And that reduces that bounce and allows for the grabbing just to transition easier, not tear up trail, right? Tread lightly, friendly. So here we go. Moving on forward, still doing that left foot braking. Let it push you forward. Very nice. Yes. Yes. All right. Let's turn our steering just a little bit. Go ahead to the driver. See if this weight will help the driver. There it is. Passenger, passenger, passenger. All right, nice and steady. Turn that rear locker off since we're going into a turn. Yes. Easy, easy. Nicely done. Little bit driver, so we're not getting too close to that tree. Especially with that back end. We get that front end around. We don't want that back end shifted into it. Yes, you're looking good. Feel its movement. Look at her being that Bronco hippie.
All right. We also did a little bit of rock crawling, and sometimes when you're going up those slabs of rock and such, you got to learn how to control your throttle there. And some of that you can be doing through left foot braking, and some of it just by what she liked to say was keep it humming, keep that Bronco humming up that hill with consistent pace here. And so I actually have two clips I wanted to show you. One that Barbara went up and how controlled she had that throttle going up. And then the second clip is on a different hill where Chris did a really good job of doing the same thing going up that one as well. So check these two clips out.
Good, just steadily coming forward. Nice. Great, great pace, great control. Hold that line, right? Once we get to the breakover, we're going to crawl it like a baby so we don't tickle that underbelly. Listen to, woo, you're giving me the goosies. Yes! That control is beautiful. I literally have goosebumps. Cold breeze, good job. Good job. I just told her I have the goosies. And it's not because of the chilly breeze. Came through that with such control, just listening to the sound. She didn't use lockers, right? If you follow the right line, you listen to that spotter, you maintain momentum without speed. Hear it curve, hear a steady sound. You won't have to use lockers. Easy, 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 good. Nothing faster. Braking over, easy, good. Keep that same speed. Gentle modulation, gentle input. You hear that sound? Woo! That's her and a little driver, Good job, good job. Hey, you're making it look easy. You're doing awesome. It could look very different. Good. Just a little. Coming forward. Maintain that steering. Hold that line. Smidge driver, just a smidge. Good. We're braking over. Easy, easy. Braking over. Let it catch. Beautiful. Work a short set. Good job. Woo! That's cold. Nice and steady. Nice and steady. Hear that sound? Nothing faster than that, right? Maintain that pace. Good. Good. Just a little. Smidge driver. There you go, little driver. Good. Maintain that pace. Good. You're giving your tread time to catch. That surface available to you on those high points. Good job. Good job.
All right, so I thought that was really fun just to kind of play some of those clips so you can see, you can hear them. For one, I really want to get through how good the instructors are, how good that they know the technology, they know the techniques to help you in seeing those lines. And that one course we had people going through, and they really had some other things where they learned some of that and learned how to use that technique in certain situations, and so which is really awesome on doing that. So hopefully you guys really enjoyed those clips and everything. And just to kind of recap, we also did at the end of the day, I thought, hey, let's just recap this. And so I interviewed Chris as at the ending here after we were done for the day, and we were actually just hanging out at the campfire there. But we kind of hung out, and I just wanted to, hey, let's just discuss what you felt like at at the Texas location, how you enjoyed it, and the experience you had from this. So check out this clip from Chris and I talking a little bit about it.
All right, hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Ford Video Guy, and we are here with Chris, one of our lucky winners of our giveaway of the Bronco Off-Roadeo half day here. And I know you've been off-rodeo before, right?
Yeah,
Moab, right?
once, yeah.
Moab, so you got the full day experience.
Yeah.
Because today's was a little more condensed, more just trail and less of the instruction,
Right.
although we got a lot of fun instruction.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So I've been to like 5 locations, and I'll say I even learned something today.
Yeah.
Amy was great. Amy Clouds was our trail guide, and she was great.
Ace.
Yeah, Ace. Yes,
Yep.
Ace on the trail. And learned some things, you know, about how to use the technology and our abilities and our Broncos, and it was really fun. So what did you think of it? I mean...
it's hard to describe an off-rodeo without using the same adjectives like amazing and incredible, but it really is amazing and incredible because it does give you the opportunity to see what your Bronco can do and what you can do with it. And every day is new, and so you learn something new every day. That's what's incredible. And you also get more confidence with every single trip you're on. I've learned so much just in the few times I've been off-road, and I just think it's infectious. People, you know, some people that haven't done it don't understand what they're missing, don't know what they're missing, but you know, taking the plunge is, you know, that's the first thing. You just got to get out there and try it, you know?
Yep. And I think there's a misconception that a lot of people think, well, I don't plan to take my vehicle off-road, so I don't need to go to Bronco Off-Roadeo. But I think there's some things that you learn here that you at least learn the capabilities of your vehicle.
Yeah, and good trail etiquette and ways to mitigate damaging the earth and the trails that we have, and just to make it nice for everyone else that's coming along behind you, you know?
Yep. Yeah, you learn, what your vehicles, because if you might get in a situation where you might be in snow or you're in mud or something that you didn't think you'd be in,
right.
And going here, you kind of learn what the vehicle can do and when you should put it in different goat modes and different things like that. There's just so much things that I think coming here, you kind of get hooked and want to do a little off-roading, but there's so many, like, you know, low-end trails you can do that you know won't damage your vehicle, like you're saying.
Well,
and, you know,
I think what's important about what they do here is they teach technique before technology. So they make you self-reliant before you become reliant on what the Bronco can do. But it's also understanding a little bit about physics, getting a spatial awareness, and just seeing where you're putting each of your 4 tires, and getting an idea of where you want to direct your vehicle and what you're going to do once you get to where you're going, you know. So a lot of times there's more than just one obstacle. You'll get through one, and then you'll have another one waiting for you. So it's pretty cool how you can set yourself up for success, you know.
Yep. So you had a lot of fun today.
Absolutely.
So just a half day, but man, it was a blast, and we were on the trail for a good 2.5, 3 hours.
Oh yeah.
So it was probably was 3 hours.
It went by really quickly though.
It went by fast.
But it was, that's when you know you're having a good time, right?
Yeah, and we had a lot of fun, and this Texas location is a great location. Again, there's 5 locations to go to, and all of them are a little bit different terrain and such. I think Texas, you do get a mixture of a lot of different things.
You really do.
You know, Moab, there's a lot more of slick rocks and granite stuff, and you know, that kind of thing, whereas, you know, like Texas, you get a little bit of that, and we did a couple of those.
Well, I liked doing the Baja run too. That was fun.
Yeah.
Just all those hairpin turns and the S-curves and so forth. That was a real, genuine pleasure doing that, because after crawling through these trails and everything, it's nice to unleash a little bit and, you know, still keep it within decent speed, but it's just, it's invigorating. It really is. Yeah,
you learn not only just off-road capabilities, of also in that, when you put it in that sport mode, just what it's capable of and how it can turn and everything, that it runs really well. And so Texas, I think you do get a lot of things. I think that's why they had a full group going out on all day that's out right now, in fact. And so I know they get booked up a lot in Texas. Texas is a good location, but if you're close to New Hampshire, Nevada, you know, Tennessee is a new one. So you're in any of those, so definitely go to one of those. And so, well, thanks for joining me.
Absolutely.
Thanks for letting me and my wife tag along with you and John. And,
well, I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah. So,
It was amazing.
All right, well, thanks, and thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys learned something about Bronco Off-Roadeo in this, and I think you guys definitely, if you get a Bronco, you got to make sure you register and you go to that. And again, if you buy one from McArthur, we pay for your way to get there, flights and hotel and such as well when you purchase one from us. So definitely think about that, and but whether you pay on your own or not, plan it out and have a lot of fun. So
yeah.
All right. Thank you, and until the next video, stay positive, be kind to one another, be kind to yourself. We'll see you in the next video.